It's August time here in Victoria, and that can only mean two things. Winter is coming to an end, but BigV finals action is heating up. Good evening and welcome to the Bellarine Secondary College here for this State Championship Women's Preliminary Final. It'll be the minor premiers, the Bellarine Storm, taking on the Pakenham Warriors in front of what is a bumper crowd here tonight at the Bellarine Secondary College. My name is Hugh Moore, and joining alongside me is the Bellarine Storm Youth League 2 Women's Coach and Youth League 2 Coach of the Year nominee, David Tripodi. Dave, or Trip, I'm going to call you for tonight because I hate calling you by your first name. Welcome. We are in for an absolute bumper game tonight. Two absolutely fantastic outfits going to battle for a spot in the grand final in 2 weeks' time.
Thanks, mate. Happy to be here. It should be a good one, 1v2. I guess this is what finals are all about and what these two teams have worked really hard to be a part of. So it should be a really good hit out.
Well, these two teams have had fantastic years in their own ways. Bellarine Storm finishing on top with a record of 19-3, while the Warriors were not far behind them, finishing on 18-4. And if the past games are anything to go by, this is set to be an absolute cracker. The three matchups this year between these two teams, Bellarine with the 2-1 lead over the series, but 2 out of those 3 games were decided by 2 points. So, including their last matchup, which was round 13, where Bellarine came away with the overtime win here at home. So we are certainly in for a big one, and it's awesome to see such a huge crowd get down from both sides too. The Pakenham side filled, or is filling, as more people make their way in, but we are certainly in for a massive matchup tonight.
Yeah, the foyer is still full, and there are not many seats on the Bellarine side left. Really good turnout from a lot of our junior teams too, coming to show their support. So, like you said, if the last few matchups are any indication, we're in for a treat.
And I mean, women's basketball is booming across the Bellarine, Surf Coast and Geelong at the moment. 4 out of the 5 senior representative teams in the women's made finals. Obviously, Youth League women, the only one at Surf Coast who didn't make it, but are certainly starting to find their feet and making their way through. And the Geelong United NBL1 women going down in their final tonight.
Yeah, it's certainly great for women's sport. Really nice for young girls to have something to look up to and see that there's some real opportunity in the region for them.
Well, as both teams make their way out onto the floor, the loser of this game will play the Bellarine Boomers next week in a do-or-die match for the final spot in the grand final, while the winner of tonight's matchup will be heading to the big dance in 2 weeks' time. Your starting lineups for tonight's match for the Bellarine Storm, it'll be number 3, Chantal Hall, number 8, Olivia Vert, number 7, Charlotte Armstrong, and number 35, Georgia Varley, and the captain, Courtney Strait. And for the Warriors, it'll be number 8, Bree Watman, number 7, Eliza Hollingsworth, number 2, Ebony Sands, number 11, Abby Lee Wood, and the league leading scorer and captain, Grace Graham, as we get underway. Graham and Strait, this will be the matchup to watch all night. Sands attacks through the middle, couldn't get it up. Varley, early defensive rebound, pardon me. And the Storm now with their first offensive possession. Vert has been in an absolute purple patch the past few weeks. Couldn't get that one to drop. 3 referees tonight as well for finals, compared to the usual 2. Congratulations to those guys as well. Wood finds Watman. Her shot won't go, and the rebound magnet, Charlotte Armstrong, comes up with her first one.
Some really good straight-up defense early, and a well-contested shot there as well.
Vert, her 3 off the back iron. Hollingsworth comes up with the rebound, and we were talking about it before the start of the game. Statistically, these teams are almost impossible to separate as Wood tosses up a 3. No luck, and Armstrong will come up with the rebound.
There's not a lot separating the two. Pakenham actually just nudging Bellarine in a lot of the major stats, but Bellarine looking to be a little bit more efficient in what they do.
So Watman now finds Wood, who kicks it to Graham into Hollingsworth. Gets there, first bucket of the night. Fantastic look inside there.
Chantal unlucky, just missing a deflection there.
So 2 minutes gone. Pakenham with the only score of the game. Varley lifts, has some space, decides to wait, pulls the trigger, and drops a three. Georgia Varley getting into her work early. Opens the scoring for the Storm.
Nice composure there.
So Graham now finds Watman. Back to Graham. Straight, tries to stay in front. Does a good job.
Does a great job, yeah.
Graham, known for a mid-range shot. Couldn't get that one to go. Another chance here for the Storm to strike. Varley finds Hall to Vert. Looking for options. Straight lifts. Thought about the three. Instead gets a step into Hall. She steps down and gets the basket to go.
They're too big inside on that occasion.
Chantal Hall asserting her dominance early. Averaging 10 points per game as she hits the deck on the next possession. 10 points per game for Chantal Hall, and she's got 4 early as she gets the next one to drop.
A great find, Olivia Vert.
Hot start here for the Storm. 7-2. Wood to Watman. She's pushed up high, finds Wood in the corner. Vert did a good job to close her down. Manages to get it off to Hollingsworth. Long two. No luck. And Vert pretty much passed to no one. Luckily, Varley was there. Now another chance for the Storm to strike. You would think a timeout would be coming if they scored here. Armstrong to Hall to Varley. Finds Armstrong. Known for her range. Couldn't get the shooter's roll. And Graham will get her first rebound of the matchup. Going downhill, Varley got there late. And so Graham will head to the line for 2. Foul will be on number 35, Georgia Varley, her first. Graham will head to the line for 2. Just a chance for both teams just to take a breath. It's been a very hot start. Only the first foul of the match as Graham makes the first. There's Graham, 77% from the free throw line this year. Gets both of those to go. A little bit of a half-court press there by the Warriors. Storm managed to get through it. Varley to Armstrong. Back to Varley. Straight into Hall. Vert's coiling. Nice little dish inside. Chantal Hall is on a mission early. Couldn't get that one to drop. And Hollingsworth now hassled by Vert. Does a good job to get out of it. Graham, her first 3 of the night is long. Hall. Straight. Varley. Uses the on ball of Hall. Got nothing. Hall had a mismatch. Instead finds Straight. Armstrong. 7 on the shot clock. They go inside to Hall. She had it, but she lost it. So
Olivia Vert off to a really active start, both ends of the floor. Really nice low help rotations and really trying to look inside for the bigs on the offensive end.
And Olivia Vert has been in an absolute purple patch the past few weeks. You could say she's potentially been the best player on the team as Wood couldn't get her 3 to go. And so Varley comes the other way. Subs waiting to come in. Varley couldn't draw enough contact. And Watman coming the other way. Graham in the corner for 3. Long again. Vert gets it off to Varley. Vert now found a gap, saw a gap and got it to go.
There she is again.
Does what she does best and Such a classy finisher around the ring. Her first points of the night. 3 rebounds, 1 assist on her stat line. Watman, no luck, but Hollingsworth just strolled in for the easy offensive rebound and picked up 2 easy points for herself. Varley now, waiting for an option. That option is straight. Her pass was picked. Pakenham with numbers on the break. Hollingsworth to Watman to Wood. Varley did a good job to get a hand in there. Wood shot short. Hollingsworth out to Graham. 3 is up. Off the back iron, and another offensive rebound for the Warriors. And Hollingsworth has got a mismatch inside. She'll draw the contact and head to the line for 2, and there's not much more Chantal Hall could have done. We'll have substitutions for both teams. Sky Rees will check in, Beverly Sands, and we'll see Olivia Vert and Chantal Hall check out, and Courtney Hollywood and Jamie Crombie check in.
Grace Graham with 2 pretty reasonable looks from 3 early on. I wouldn't think Bellarine would want to give her too many more of those.
I think you're very right on that one, Trip, considering she is one of the best 3-point shooters in their team. Shooting at 33% from the field. So if the stats are, if we're going by stats, the next one they leave her open, she's going to make it. Varley left on an island, pull the trigger. Her 3 is short. Crombie taps it to Hollingsworth, and Pakenham running with numbers. Lee Wood, nice little dish off to Hollingsworth. Another offensive rebound for her. She's absolutely cleaning up on the offensive board, and Pakenham will regain the lead.
Just outmatching most of the Storm with her length at the moment.
Obviously, no Bridget Rettstat since a few weeks ago. So Storm with a much smaller lineup, but Armstrong has certainly picked up the slack in the past few weeks and shows right there how much work she's doing. Shout out to Bridget if you're watching. Hollowood out to Armstrong. 3 is up. Couldn't get it to go. So the Warriors escape again. Watman now to Graham. 3rd time's the charm. Couldn't get it to go. So only the 1-3 from both teams. 1 from 13 to start the game combined. 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Pakenham with the 1-point lead. Varley saw a gap, attacked it, but couldn't get it to roll. And it just feels right now, both teams getting good looks, but it's almost like there's a bit of glad wrap on the ring at the moment. Just can't seem to get them to drop.
Could be a bit of early nerves too. These games take a little while to settle into, although there was a really nice finish on that one.
Sky Rees getting her first points. Rocked up just as the national anthem was about to start. Armstrong got the step on her defender, and again, too hot. We've seen that a few times here from the Storm.
Well, great take. I think she just needs to take a bit of confidence from the fact that it was a really good look.
So basket won't count. Hollingsworth was fouled. Going to be on at number 23 for the Storm. Jamie, no, Courtney Straight. Her first. Substitutions for both teams. We'll see Armstrong out, Varley out, and Olivia Vert and Chantal Hall back in. While for the Warriors, it'll be Stella O'Loughlin in and Abby Lee Wood out.
You expected a timeout earlier from Pakenham. I reckon if the next one goes their way, there might be one coming for Bellarine.
I reckon there might be one after that one, as Chantal Hall almost sat it in the lap of Olivia Vert. Watman, her 3 falls short. And obviously yourself, Dave, a pretty experienced coach. Do you just ride the wave for the first quarter? And obviously there's a few pre-game nerves, obviously such a big game. Do you just let it ride, only the 3 points of margin, or do you try and fix it early?
I was actually just about to say, if I'm in this sort of a position, and I think Coach Tim Sanderson is doing this, he's trusting the fact that Bellarine are actually creating some really good looks that they're just not going at the moment. There's probably not a huge issue with the way they're playing, so probably not too much to fix at the moment. And there we see one go.
Courtney Straight doing what she does best, just relieving the pressure a little bit. So we've got 2 possessions left here in this first quarter. Scores a level. Graham to Hollingsworth. Back to Graham. No option, so decides to attack. Call on the play will be 3 in the key.
Yeah, Chantal Hall doing a really good job of playing in front and denying any sort of post entry on that possession.
So there'll be a 1.1 second difference between the shot and game clock. You would think the Bellarine Storm would try and drain this clock as much as possible. As O'Loughlin just applying a bit of pressure there. Straight. Finds Vert. Ball's off her foot. Here come the Warriors. Graham now. Loughlin got blocked and fouled. I reckon the foul will be on Courtney Straight. No. Foul will be on number 3, Chantal Hall. Her first. Her second, pardon me. So she's going to take a break and we'll see Charlotte Armstrong check back in.
Yeah, I think got ball that also collected a bit of body on the way through.
So it'll be O'Loughlin at the line for 2. 4.6 seconds left on the clock. She makes the first. So still plenty of time for the Storm to get a shot off. Couldn't make the second. Armstrong secured the rebound. And it'll go back to the Warriors. So another chance for the Warriors to go into the first break with a little bit of momentum. 2.8 seconds. Watman into Rees. Power dribble. She'll travel. There'll still be time left on the clock, but not enough for a shot. So just expect the Storm to inbound it. Just 0.1 of a second. And they'll do just that. And at the end of the first quarter, it will be the Pakenham Warriors with the smallest of margins. Just 1 point, 13-12. And Dave, a pretty even start so far. Both teams not shooting very well from beyond the arc. To the Storm with the only 2 threes of the game. But right now, just the Pakenham Warriors are just dominating inside.
Yeah, look, probably exactly what we expected, really, in terms of the tight contest. Both teams, I feel, are doing a really good job of forcing each other to play in the half court. I believe you got first and second in the league in fast break points, and I haven't really seen many, if any, of those. So really testing each other in the half court at the moment. And like I said, I don't think Bellarine would be too worried with how they're playing at the moment. They're creating some good looks, and they've just got to trust that their game will come through and those shots will start to go. But Pakenham definitely looking too big inside at the moment.
Well, you'd be surprised to know, Trip, that the Pakenham Warriors with 8 points inside the paint, Bellarine Storm with 6. So certainly, again, the stats don't lie. It's a very even matchup between these two teams. But so far, nothing can split them at the moment. Both shooting at 30% from the field. So, I mean, we're in for a huge 3 quarters. How do you mitigate, obviously, the 2-tall combo that Coach Ali Gibson's going with right now of Eliza Hollingsworth and Sky Rees?
Yeah, look, it's a tough one. It's going to be a really conscious effort to body them early. Particularly, they got a couple of offensive rebounds with people diving from the elbow, and actually Bridget Retzstat was really good at this when trying to box out someone out in the perimeter. As soon as she'd sort of tag them on their run in and limit their ability to jump for the ball. So in those opportunities, probably look to do that. And otherwise, they just need to be really strong in sort of protecting the landing space of that ball, if that makes sense. Keeping them a bit further away from the rim where possible. But the length of these forwards of Pakenham, they're going to be a headache all night, I think.
Well, second quarter action about to get underway. It'll be Vert, Straight, Armstrong, Hollywood and Crombie for the Storm. as this kid just nearly ran onto the court. The joys of having such a huge crowd. Well, for the Warriors, it'll be Hollingsworth, O'Loughlin, Watman, Graham, and Rees. The Storm will get it underway through the hands of Hollywood. Armstrong to Vert. Waiting for options, nothing's coming, has to go on her own. Back up to Crombie, to Straight. Got a mismatch here, finds a gap. Gets a shot, hits every part of the ring. Courtney Straight with the shooter's roll. Takes her up to 5 points for the matchup. As the Storm retake the lead. O'Loughlin now finds Graham, who lifts. Now wants to play through an on-ball, decides to not use it. Goes into Rees. Armstrong did a good job. Straight came away with the steal. She'll go one-on-one on the break. Got a defender in the air. Potentially didn't expect to have that much room.
And we were looking almost at our first fast break points of the game.
Doesn't matter. Courtney Straight can do anything she wants at the moment.
Followed her own shot. Really nice.
There's a Storm come out of the first break with plenty of momentum as Rees.
You could see Jamie trying to do everything she could to keep that distance and push her out of her spot. But again, the length just too much.
Plenty on the line for this matchup. Winner will go straight to the grand final. Courtney Straight. Her 3 rattles out, while the loser will take on the Bellarine Boomers next week for the final spot in the grand final. O'Loughlin had too much pace. Hollywood, Straight, Hollywood. 3 is up. No luck. Graham did a good job to tap it back to Hollingsworth. O'Loughlin now. Through the middle, got stuck. Managed to get it out to Rees, and now Hollingsworth wants to go to work. She does, but couldn't get it to go, and Armstrong continues to be a presence. Hasn't scored tonight, Trip, but is up to 7 rebounds so far as Hollywood.
Certainly doing her bit.
Couldn't get it to go. Watman now, smothered by Bellarine defenders as they come up with the steal, and Vert wants to slow things up. She attacks the rim. Again, couldn't get it to go. Right idea. And Rees now wants to push the floor, coast to coast, drew the contact. And they'll head to the line for 2. That'll be Chantal Armstrong's first, as we'll see mass substitutions for both teams. Varley and Osborne check in, while
Osborne
Patton,
for her first minutes.
Correct, while Patton in for her first minutes. And Abby Lee Wood back in for the Warriors. Rees at the line for 2.
Just feels in these first 2.5 minutes, both teams trying to play a little more to their strength of playing with pace. Kicking the ball ahead early, trying to get on the rim early.
I mean, both these teams, like you said, Trip, love to play with pace. As they make the second. Patton off the bench, picked the pass, couldn't save it. So it'll go back to the Storm. So scores all level, 3 minutes gone in this third quarter. Referees just conferring potentially about the shot clock.
A dangerous pass, that one, from the drift spot to the opposite diagonal.
Almost a coach's nightmare, you'd call it.
90% of those that get deflected end up in a bucket down the other end, so Tim Sanderson wouldn't want to see too many more of those.
Tim Sanderson. Oh no, they haven't released the Coach of the Year nominations, have they? For state championship? No.
Not for state champ, not yet.
You would think both these coaches would be definitely in the name.
With their records, you would think.
Coach Ali Gibson for the Warriors. Tim Sanderson for the Storm. Both these teams have been at their peaks the past few years, just waiting to find their groove as Jamie Crombie wants to get going. And they do. Vert now to Osborne, her first touch. Back to Vert, attacks, nice little dish inside to Armstrong, who was waiting patiently.
Yeah, the aggression there from Vert on the baseline drive just really drew that defender away from Charlotte Armstrong, which gave her the easy 2.
So Patton now, hassled by Vert, as Rees had to work hard for that pass. Now she wants to go to work against Armstrong, who has been an absolute defensive clamp inside. Varley now.
See Charlotte really lowering her centre of gravity to have the strength to keep her away from her spot on that finish.
Crombie's 3 won't go. Varley come up with the offensive rebound. Skip pass. Osborne was met on the baseline. She'll be fouled. Foul will go on Abby Lee Wood for the Warriors. That'll be her first. So we'll see Rees check out and Hollingsworth check back in. We'll also see...
Comes Chantel Hall.
I reckon it'll be another big swap. It'll be Chantel Hall in for Charlotte Armstrong for the Storm. So 6.5 minutes left in this one. Storm with the 2-point lead. Could be 5, won't be. Osborne with a huge rebound. Crombie in there as well. Decides to reset. We'll find Varley on the 3-point line. She couldn't be on any more of an island.
You can see the frustration on her face for that whistle too.
So Varley, the Warriors got away with one there, you'd almost say. So we'll just wait for the shot clock to be reset yet again. Reminder, now earlier final in the Big V State Championship women, it was the McKinnon Cougars going down to the Bellarine Boomers. So congratulations to the Cougars for a fantastic season. The Boomers will be patiently waiting to see who they take on next week. Graham comes away with the steal. Watman now uses the on-ball perfectly with Hollingsworth.
Really good rotation down low.
Graham now attacking into Patton. Mid-range game is good from Amy Patton as she gets her first 2 points of the night.
Good patience from Pakenham there. It was a pretty good defensive possession from Bellarine, I thought. Forced them to keep moving the ball around, but they found the right look.
As Amy Patton will get 4 straight points, and that'll call for Coach Sanderson to use his first time out of the matchup. And the Warriors will retake a 2-point lead with 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in this second quarter. And Tripp, so far, the Warriors, I mean, you can't really split these teams at the moment.
No, you can't. And I think Bellarine doing a better job of actually protecting on the inside in terms of rebounding, winning themselves a couple of offensive rebounds down their end. Just not quite converting those second chance opportunities at the moment.
Wow. Again, huge ramifications in this one. The winner will get a week off and will play in the big dance in 2 weeks' time, while the loser will have to take on the Bellarine Boomers in a do-or-die matchup next week. And obviously the Bellarine Storm, after finishing first this season, have already had 1 week off. What's your opinion, Tripp, on the weeks off? Does it hurt you as a team, or is it good for you? Because I know lots of coaches have lots of different opinions.
I think it depends on your group, whether you're at physically, how your group responds after a break. Some teams are great after the rest, and some teams prefer a bit of rhythm. You
know who doesn't like breaks, Tripp? Chris Scott. Back to the action. Georgia Varley splits a gap. Couldn't get that one to roll. Hall came flying in for the rebound. Couldn't secure it. Patton to Wood. Pulls the 3 up. Couldn't get it to go.
Contested.
And back come the Storm. Looking to tie the game up. Vert got a step on a defender. High finish off the glass for Olivia Vert. She's up to 4 points. 3 rebounds, 2 assists. It's Graham now. She'll want to get going soon. Just the 2 points for her. Rare, quiet half. Hollingsworth has been the complete opposite. Absolutely electric, but she's smothered in defense. Watman from downtown. No luck, and Hollingsworth secures another rebound in there. That'll be her 8th. 9th, actually, pardon me.
Yeah, smaller Bellarine players doing a good job of, doing their best down low there. But when you're in a show coverage, you can end up with those mismatches down low. And again, size just being too much.
Varley found Hall, who was rolling to the ring. The perfect pick and roll action. As Chantal Hall will head to line for one more.
Great roll, great finish, and one.
Foul will go against... I didn't see who the foul was on. Did you see? Oh, there we go. Abby Lee Wood, her 2nd. So she'll head to the bench, and we'll see Chelsea Schroeder check in for her first minutes. Hall got the free throw to go. And we'll give the Storm just the 1 point lead. 4 minutes left in the first half. Graham now. Attacking through the middle, tosses it up, no luck.
Really good straight up defense.
Armstrong wastes no time. Taking off, Varley in the corner on an absolute island, couldn't get it to go. And back come the Warriors. Graham, mid-range pull-up. Still struggling to find her form. Grace Graham, just the 2 points. And them coming from the free throws as Varley finds Hall. Great assist.
Chantal Hall.
Great basketball there. As the Storm out to a 3 point lead. And Hall does a good job to deflect the pass.
Yeah, hands in lanes, great job.
So the Storm, biggest lead of this one is 5 points. The last 3 times these teams have played. 2 out of the 3 have been decided by 2 points. The other one was in favour of the Storm by 13. So Graham now, 5 on the shot clock, has to get it up. Still can't get a shot to drop. Grace Graham. At the moment is 0 from 7. So a rare outing from her so far. Expect her to find her rhythm very quickly. Straight now. Looking for separation. Dancing on a defender. Got the gap. And Courtney Strait is cooking right now.
Patience,
and the Bellarine.
And here comes the timeout.
And the Bellarine Storm bench are up and about, as are the crowd. Courtney Strait putting on an absolute guard masterclass, which will lead to a timeout for the Pakenham Warriors. And she will give the Bellarine Storm their equal high lead of 5 points with 2.5 minutes left in this first quarter. And how big is momentum in games like these? Obviously, home court advantage is huge with such a big Bellarine Storm contingent here tonight. But if you can get a momentum coming into a halftime break, how big is that for your confidence?
Oh, it's huge. Crowds can have a massive sway on things. Just a few weeks ago, we had a really good turnout for our Youth League final against Sherbrooke, and I think the noise and energy they brought really helped us when it was close down the end. Momentum into halftime is super important, but basketball's a game of runs, and one team will figure something out, and the other team will figure out a counter, and that's the game we play. So obviously a bit of a lead going into the break is super important, but I have no doubt Pakenham will respond.
And without giving away too many secrets, obviously you guys trained with, your youth league team trained with this state championship team for a majority of the year. How good are these girls? Like, they are such a tight-knit group. They hang out outside of basketball all the time. They just seem so connected. What's training with them like?
Oh, mate, if my youth league group could match their intensity, we'd have had an even better year than we had, let's just say that. But they are a really tight group and are really willing to put everything out there on the court for each other.
So action to resume. Storm with a game-high lead of 5 points. Hall got in the passing lane. Graham trying to find her rhythm, no luck. Schroeder come up with a massive offensive rebound. No luck, and watch out, here comes Charlotte Armstrong. Varley, transition 3. This would erupt the crowd. Georgia Varley.
Bang.
so composed in the biggest of moments. That'll take her up to 6 points. She got caught on the screen on the opposite end. Schroeder had plenty of room. No luck, and Rees couldn't secure inside. Straight with the rebound. There's a Storm out with numbers again. It's Georgia Varley was out. No luck. She'll get it eventually. And Hall inside. And here come the Storm. Who I have a massive momentum run right now. Out to 8 points. And a timeout. This time it'll be for Coach Tim Sanderson and the Bellarine Storm, as they will head into the timeout. Minute 40 to go, leading 30-22.
This one will be strategy just to control the end of this quarter, I reckon.
No. Tim Sanderson's one message I always got when I was coaching with him: never go home with any timeouts, which he won't be doing tonight. It's almost a bit of a running joke around the Storm. And if Tim Sanderson catches you with timeouts after your game, you're in trouble. He's not, but.
Since Charlotte Armstrong's last introduction back into the game, you know, she had 7 rebounds early. I thought she'd had another handful, up to 12 already.
Charlotte Armstrong has been, and I was talking to the coaches the other day about this, has really stepped up in the past sort of few weeks in the absence of Bridget Rettstadt, and not a what's the word? Not a traditional 5 as such. Bridget Rettstadt normally played that spot, but has really stepped up and made it her job to hold that 5 spot, and is doing a fantastic job.
I think her athleticism really allows her to play a little bigger than she is.
Courtney Straight got a defender on the dive, and she'll head to the line for 2. Foul will be on number 8 for the Warriors. Bree Watman, her first. Excuse me. Courtney Straight will head to the line for 2. She makes the first. Also going on tonight, state championship men's action. Courtney Straight gets both to go. In the first men's matchup, Hume City taking on the Keysborough Cougars, another top-of-the-table clash. Hume City with the 11-point lead. We'll keep you posted on that one throughout the night. Graham had Rees inside, eventually got it to it. Sky Rees got the basket to go.
Yeah, switch up the top from Charlotte, but no one really switched onto the diving forward there to get a hand in the lane.
Final 90 seconds of the first half. Armstrong to Straight. To Crombie. Skip past to Hollywood. Got the step on a defender going baseline. It's Courtney Hollywood. Gets her first 2 points of the night. And so, what can the Warriors answer with? Schroeder. Her pass into Hollingsworth is too long. So another chance for the Storm, who continue to extend their lead up to 10 points. Hollywood now to Varley. Long 3 from Georgia Varley. Couldn't get it to go.
Early 3 on the zone.
So Watman now to Graham. Her 3 is short.
Exchanging early 3s there. Maybe looking for a 2-for-1 on that one, Pakenham.
Potentially. Storm with a 2-second differential between shot and game clock. Hollywood now with heaps of room to work with. Single figures on the game clock. Gets downhill. Out to Armstrong, Crombie, Varley. Drives baseline, tosses it up as the shot clock expires. Couldn't get it to go. And just like that, it'll be the end of the first half. And after what was a very close first quarter, the Bellarine Storm have put the foot down and head into the halftime break with a 10-point lead. It'll be Courtney Strait leading the way for the Storm, 11 points. Give me 2 seconds while I get the rest of her stats up.
I think, we spoke about it earlier, just Bellarine just trusting in the way they're playing, not trying to be too reactive at the timeout in that first quarter. Just trust the way they play, and at the moment it's stacking up. But I feel like the key battle here is in the paint on both ends.
Well, quickly read the stats, and then we'll head to a halftime break. Leading for the game, and her team 11 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, pardon me. While Chantal Hall, 9 points, 4 rebounds. Charlotte Armstrong, the other big contributor, 2 points, but 12 rebounds at the halftime break. While for the Warriors, Eliza Hollingsworth, 10 points, 10 rebounds, double-double at halftime is also huge. And then Scotty's the next best. For the Warriors, 7 points, 4 rebounds. As we head to a quick halftime break, do not go anywhere. It is BigV State Championship Women's preliminary final action. We'll be back in just under 7 minutes for the second half. Good evening and welcome back to the Bellarine Secondary College here for this State Championship Women's preliminary final matchup. What a first half it has been here. It's the Bellarine Storm with a 10-point lead over the Pakenham Warriors. Here with Youth League Women's coach, David Tripp. Thoughts on the first half? Obviously, a very close first quarter, but the Storm started to find their feet in the second quarter and have come away with a 10-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, I think the story of the first quarter was the control inside from Pakenham. Bellarine just managed to stay close enough and lifted their feet in that second quarter and really mitigated that advantage that they had. But, something that we spoke about during the break there, Grace Graham, league leader in points, scoreless in the first half, something that Bellarine no doubt would have had on their scout, and I would be pretty pleased with the way they're executing.
She does have 2 points, only those 2 points coming from the free throw line, but certainly a surprise to everyone, averaging 22 points per game and as you leading the league in scoring. But I mean, you can't just go quiet now. She is a WNBL player after all and can just turn things on when she wants to. So expect Grace Graham to come out with a little bit of fire in this second half and try and get her team back into one.
It's certainly not job done there for Bellarine. They'll be still really aware of the threat that she presents.
Well, a huge second half of action coming up. A huge crowd here at the Bellarine Secondary College, the biggest we've had this year by far, and certainly fantastic to see so many people getting out and about to see some fantastic quality women's basketball.
And braving the cold.
It is freezing in here too. But as the teams make their way back out, it'll be Georgia Varley, Olivia Vert, Chantal Hall, Charlotte Armstrong, and Courtney Strait for the Storm. While for the Warriors, Eliza Hollingsworth, Brianna Watman, Grace Graham, Debbie Sars, and Abby Lee Wood. We'll start the second half as the Warriors will get us underway, looking to find a bit of rhythm out of the timeout, out of the halftime break. Graham now has been quiet the first half. She'll look to waste no time. Varley being a hassle. They hand it off to Watman. Wants to go downhill. She does. Lost control of it. It'll be last touch off the Warriors. Off the Storm, pardon me. 2 seconds on the shot clock. So Warriors will need a shot. Graham. Great closeout by Varley. Rattles out. Burt with a huge rebound. She's been electric this game as well. Varley in the corner. Patient. Skip pass it to Armstrong. She attacks baseline. Her shot was too heavy. Great defense there by Ebony Sands. Here comes Wood with pace and composure. Abby Lee Wood gets her team off to the perfect start. Cuts the margin back to single digits. Straight down. Guarded by Graham, finds Varley. She uses the on-ball screen, steps back. 3 Varley. Continues to stay up in this one, up to 9 points in this one, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Watman was open. Graham could get the pass off there and gets it to Sands. Got a little bit lost, potentially a travel. Watman, potentially another travel. Got away with that one, and Watman will draw the contact as every single player has their hands on their head.
Perfect possession from Chantal there, and potentially a little unlucky to be called for a foul on that one, I thought.
So Chantal Hall will pick up the foul. That'll be her third. So she'll make her way to the bench, and we'll see Jamie Crombie check back in. Watman at the line through. Couldn't get the first to go. Got second though. So back to a 10-point game. Armstrong to Crombie, just checked in for Hall. Varley to Straight. Into Crombie. Varley on the opposite side. Just hit one before, thought about the three. Decides to go baseline. Sands did a good job to stop it. Single digits on the shot clock. Vert has to get to work. Cutting. Beautiful basketball. Wouldn't put the cherry on top.
Great cut, great line.
Graham now with pace. Attacking the rim. Toss it up. Tried to draw the contact and got nothing. So Armstrong another rebound. Up to 13. The Storm will slow it down. Crombie to Straight. Varley lifting on an island. Stop it. Georgia Varley is heating up and she is pumped up. Georgia Varley 3 in a row. Gives the Storm their biggest lead. 13 points. And this is not the start Pakenham want. Graham mid-range game still can't find it.
Really well defended with Courtney Straight again.
And the Storm just on an absolute tear right now. In full rhythm. Courtney Straight dishes off to Armstrong. Another 2 points.
First step, get inside from Courtney again. Forced that help from down low, which made it easy for Sharp.
So many threats on the court for the Storm right now. Hollingsworth for the pressure relief. She does get it. And that'll just
really good screen created the advantage for that shot there.
They'll just release a bit of pressure there. Varley now to Crombie to Vert. Varley's lifting. Wood did a good job to read the play.
Saw it coming a mile away.
And with pace, she'll get another 2 points. Potential start of a Pakenham run here to get themselves back into this one. Still a 10-point margin. Varley downhill, straight in the corner. This would hurt. Vert found the pass.
That will hurt.
That will hurt even more. I reckon. A back and forth action to start the second half. 4 minutes gone in this one. Lee Wood. Her 3 won't go. Straight with a rebound. Kick ahead pass to Varley. Wasting no time getting down the court. Armstrong was there. And the look on Georgia Varley's face after she passed that was utter disappointment because I think she wasn't going to get there. And then Charlotte Armstrong just swooped in for another 2 points.
Yeah, might have muttered a little prayer to help that one get to its destination.
Straight inside against Hollingsworth. Crombie came in late. Foul on number 24, Jamie Crombie. Charlotte Armstrong doing her best to keep Crombie under control.
Storm doing a good kicking ahead early and really putting the defense on their heels early in these possessions to start this quarter.
So Hollingsworth at the line for 2. Missed the first. We'll get the second. Substitution for the Storm. We'll see Vert out and Hollywood in. Reminder, winner of this game will advance to the grand final in 2 weeks. While the loser will have to take the long road to the grand final. They'll take on the Bulleen Boomers next week. Varley now, strong. You can hear the slap from all the way over here. Won't get anything though. Hollingsworth will come up with it. Watman. Hollingsworth already hit one from beyond the arc. No luck. Straight with another rebound. The veteran Hollywood. Armstrong. Baseline up and under. Just got too far under the backboard. Nice kick ahead pass there from Watman. Found Wood. She'll bring it out and reset. Bit of a handoff game with Sky Rees.
Tough shot over the hand of Courtney Straight.
Another rebound for Courtney Straight as Hollywood kicks to Straight. Uses the on-ball screen. Graham's hassling though. Single digits on the shot clock. Crombie pulls the trigger. Jamie Crombie. never looked like missing from the commentary booth.
Dared her to shoot it, and she did.
An underrated three-point shooter, might we add.
Can get hot from out there.
100%. Can't disrespect the game. Crombie just asking the question about the elbow. And so 14 points the margin. The Warriors definitely not out of it. They're still causing all sorts of trouble for the Storm. Crombie with nothing. And he just to get it off to Varley. They're way above the three-point line. Varley had to work hard, tossed it up high. No luck. Chance here for the Warriors to strike. Wood going coast to coast. No luck. Hollingsworth to slow it up. Graham wants an on ball. Uses it. Steps back. And again, Grace Graham.
Still can't get one to go.
The biggest story of this game. The league leading scorer with just 2 points. Hollywood now. Just dancing around the top. Face it. Lost control. Somehow gets her own rebound. Georgia Varley, stop it. Oh. Crowd would have erupted if she had hit that one. So, whistle for the past few minutes. Graham inside. Broke it into existence. There is a whistle. Foul will be on it. Number 9 for the Storm. Courtney Hollywood. That'll be her first. And
you hate that one. That was an easy 2, and they forced the ball out of bounds baseline.
As Arnold and Varley will check out. We'll see Hall and Vert check back. Hall with the 3-person rounds. Such an experienced player, though. You would expect her to edge on the safe side. Watman checked her feet. Couldn't get 3 to go. Crombie with the quarterback pass. As Graham came away with a steal on straight. Vert did a good job to meet her on the break. And the Hollingsworth attacking. Her pass was kicked. It'll be last touched off. Chantal Hall. Zabby Lee Wood. Quick rest and she'll be back into the game. Graham will come out.
Pakenham actually doing quite a good job in the half court defensively, I think. Storm with a bit of a sticky ball, but really got it ahead early then, and Pakenham really stopped that position for them.
So Lee Woods, 3-point. Watman's won't go either, and Shanta Hall, the wrecking ball inside, secures the rebound. Straight transition 3 will go. A showing of emotion from the ever composed Courtney Straight. Shows how much this means to this Storm team as they are up to a 17-point lead. Wood had a runway. Lachlan came from the corner.
Straight up deep again.
Crombie in the jump ball, and again, heaps of emotion in this substitution for the Storm. Straight will come out. We'll see Olivia Osborne check in.
Some timely rest, I think, for Courtney Straight. Keep her much in it for that last quarter.
100%. 44 left in this one. Closing in on the final 90 seconds. Crombie just strolls her way down. Potentially too much room. Nearly surprised herself. Hollywood. Nice cut. And the Storm are just doing whatever they want, whenever they want right now.
Yeah, when they look to stay aggressive in transition, creating good looks, it's when they sort of stop and let Pakenham get set that they struggle to break it down.
So 19 points Hollingsworth. Her 3-1 go. Vert had to work hard for it. And again, here is that transition game the Storm love to play in. Vert lost control of it. Wood now with it. Rees attacking. Nice little pass inside. The shot was a little bit too heavy from her.
Again, just really nice physicality down low from Storm, making them not giving any easy ones inside.
Now, Crombie just hit one from there. Instead hands it off to Hollywood, and her pass will go out of bounds. Substitute for the Warriors. We'll see 25. Neve in for her first minute of this one. And Hollingsworth out. Hollingsworth having a fantastic game. 14 points, 15 rebounds, 2 blocks. So, final 2 possessions of this match. Not of this match, far out of this quarter. O'Loughlin dancing her way across the top.
Great job getting under all of that screening action. Olivia Osborne take away that drive.
So 5 seconds on the shot clock. Wood needs to get to work. Gets it to Rees. Backs down her to Vendar. No luck. Got the offensive rebound. There's numbers everywhere. There's a whistle on the play. Referees will confer quickly. I believe it'll be on Jamie Crombie. No. It'll be on number 7, Charlotte Armstrong. That'll be her second. As Vert swoops for the steal. 12 seconds on the game clock. They're going to waste no time.
Just lost the pass at the end.
Oh. As the Storm will get it back. There actually wasn't a defender in sight from Courtney Hollywood, but
not too much of an argument. Maybe we missed a little deflection.
Was just thinking that Ali Gibbs, the coach of Pakenham, had the perfect sight. So potentially something we didn't see. 8.4 seconds left.
I think the pass was going astray.
Vert had to work hard for it. She'll attack downhill. Euro step, tossed it up in the air. Osborne come away with it. Dish to Vert, who was on the ground and got up. And that will get this crowd up and about.
Great aggression, Olivia Osborne chasing that O-board.
As that will pump the team up, that crowd heading into the 3/4 time. And if there's any kids at home wanting to know what a coach loves, that right there is what you want. Hustle, aggression, and great work.
Yeah, I mean, you just want your bench to be able to come in and give you 110%. And for them, it's just about taking those opportunities.
And I think Olivia Osborne is the perfect example of an ideal bench player. 4 minutes so far, 5 minutes this one, with just 3 rebounds and 1 assist, but often doing the things that don't show up on the stat sheet. We speak about this all the time. That's a Olivia Osborne special. She does all the things that don't show up on the stat sheet. So people think, oh, she doesn't do much, or she's a very good player. She doesn't use her minutes properly. If you actually watch her game, she is one of the hardest working players on the court.
Yeah, and off the court. He's a player that just puts in all the work in the background. Which again, as a coach, they're the players you want on your roster.
Well, at the the 3/4 time break, the Bellarine Storm with the biggest lead of the game at 21 points. Courtney Straight continues to have a fantastic season. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. While Georgia Varley with 2 massive threes in that 3rd quarter takes her to up to 12 points. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. While for Warriors, Liza Hollingsworth continues to dominate inside. 14 points, 15 rebounds. While Sky Rees also making her presence known. 9 points, 6 rebounds. But a huge 4th quarter coming up here. It'll be Crombie, Vert, Armstrong, Osborne for the Storm, while for the Warriors it'll be Wood, Rees, Graham, Watman and Neve start the 4th quarter.
I'd be expecting a great deal of pressure from here, and they probably need to tighten their transition defense, because that's where the Storm really were able to take a hold of this game in that 3rd. So that would have been my match at 3/4 time. Really let that early kick ahead.
So 4th cat action underway. We'll head straight to the grand final in 2 weeks' time. While the loser will take on the Bellarine Boomers next week for the final spot in the grand final. Watman looking to get her team off to the right start. Couldn't get it to go. Neve gets her first one of the basket off the bench. And the Warriors get the start they need. Vert now finds Osborne. Back to Vert. Armstrong setting the hard screen. to eventually get it. Crombie, hand off to Hollowwood. And Graham comes up with the steal. There'll be a foul on the play. And it'll be on Olivia Vert. Warriors ball. Pardon me. So another chance here for the Warriors to just potentially an early run, chip away at this 19-point lead that is sitting in front of them. Kaylee Neve lost control of it. Hit the deck halfway down the floor. Armstrong nearly had her pocket picked from behind. They go to Hollowwood. Vert found a gap, tossed it up and got it to go. Olivia Vert continues her finishing masterclass, takes her up 10 points, 5 rebounds.
For one of the shorter players on the court, incredible ability to finish at the rim.
So much patience as well, just like will finish under all sorts of pressure as Rees with a nice finish. And then if you take away her finishing inside, she'll make you pay from outside.
And that's really something that I think she's added to her game over her career. Having coached a lot against her as a junior, finishing and getting inside was a bit of a strength, but adding that three-point shot has really made it.
Speaking of three-pointers and adding them to the game, Charlotte Armstrong extends her range and adds to her total, takes her up to 9 points, 14 rebounds.
Really makes it hard for Pakenham when you've got to worry about everybody shooting out on the perimeter.
Graham to Wood in the corner. Gets that one to go. So the team's trading baskets now. Still the 19-point margin. The Warriors need to get going. Graham hassles Vert. Rips baseline. Had her picked by Graham. Found Osborne. Hollowwood in the corner for 3. No luck. Graham wants to push the floor. And lost control of it.
Again, Olivia Osborne getting pressure on the ball early and forcing that error.
So substitution, we'll see Courtney Hollowwood and Olivia Osborne check out. We'll see Georgia Varley in, while Eliza Hollingsworth will check in for the Warriors and Sky Rees will check out. Vert had her pocket picked, hustled to get it back. Watman managed to maintain it. And she'll kick it to Graham now. Into Hollingsworth. Graham trying to find some separation. 3 is up. Still can't get it to go. Grace Graham struggling to find a basket tonight. 0 from 14 in a rare showing of league leading scorer, might we add. Only 2 points for her tonight. So
hasn't had many easy ones though, so credit to the Storm for taking that away from her.
But couldn't get that one to go. And all the ones she's had have been taken away from her, whether it's a foul or an out of bounds. So Wood got a defender in the air, steps back, and couldn't get the 3 to go.
Good patience to shake the closeout on that one, just couldn't get it to go.
And here come with numbers, Varley. Up the top to Armstrong, just hot. Armstrong tried to save it.
You love the idea and the vision, just missed the target.
We'll have a timeout. First one for the second half. It'll be called by Coach Sanderson and the Bellarine Storm. And you just really feel out of this timeout, there'll be a sense of urgency from the Warriors. Still a 19-point margin with 6 minutes and 17 seconds to go. So, keep reminding everyone, grand final spot up for grabs for the winner, while the loser will take on the Boomers next week to advance to the grand final. Also tonight, state championship men's matchups. And it is another top of the table clash. It is the Keysborough Cougars taking on at the Hume City. And With 1 minute 40 left in the third quarter, the Broncos lead by 20 points. Former Bellarine Storm import Kavion Green, 25 points, 5 rebounds. He's leading the way for them. Winner of that game goes straight to the grand final. Back underway here at the Bellarine Secondary College. Need had some fantastic minutes at the back end of the third, and straight away with the block on Hollingsworth. There'll be a foul on the play though, and it'll be on Courtney Straight.
Chantel, you know, you spoke about how do you mitigate that size advantage inside. Doing a really good job of keeping it in the lane and fronting that down low. Probably just a deflection by a couple of millimeters, and then again, as a coach, hate that foul from Courtney Straight. You make her go and earn it from the stripe.
So first one couldn't get it to drop. Got the second one to drop. Hollingsworth 50%. Sorry, 60% from the free throw line this afternoon. Hollywood Straight had to work hard. Georgia Varley went flying into the stands. It'll be a Pakenham ball. So another chance here for them to cut this margin. Graham into Hollingsworth. The cut off there. As created to get a three, and she vents her frustration. Finally gets one to go.
Nice shot. They'll be hoping for a few more of them.
3 from 23 tonight from beyond the arc are the Warriors. Storm not much better. Straight had her pass blocked, and here come the Warriors. Wood pushing the pace. A travel will be called. A little bit too hot on the feet. So Storm now, another chance. I reckon Kaylee Neve just tripped over the exact same spot in the third quarter. So Wood out to Crombie. Got her defender in the air, mid-range game. Won't go.
Better contact on that screen. Just created a bit more separation for them to create with.
Graham now. That's the rim. Still can't get a basket to drop.
Tough shot.
Varley in front of the Pakenham bench. Couldn't get it to go. Up the rebound. Gets it off to Hollingsworth, to Graham. Neve in the corner has played some crucial minutes in the second half. Couldn't get her three to go. Kick ahead falls. Georgia Varley.
There's that pace. I was just about to say Pakenham doing a better job of limiting that impact, but there we go.
The Sharks connection together in the local league. And they do whatever they want in that local league too, might I add.
That does not surprise me.
Georgia Varley averaging about 40 points a game in that league. Not an exaggeration either. Hollywood. It's the front iron. Still 17-point margin. 3.5 minutes left in this one. Straight got caught on the screen. Graham. Off the back line. Crombie came in late. Taps it away, and Varley again with the pace. Georgia Varley putting on an absolute masterclass.
Yeah, Hollywood just putting it in the perfect spot.
Again, Courtney Hollywood, a veteran of Geelong basketball, is just showing her class in this one. Made the move from Surf Coast Chargers this year and has proved an absolute incredible asset to this team. Varley. Oh, perfect pass from Georgia Varley as the Storm can do no wrong right now.
Again, hit on the rim early is dangerous.
It's Courtney Straight urging the crowd to make some noise. Found Watman. Backward. Steps back for three. Got nothing. Straight saw the option, didn't give it. Instead wants to play off an on-ball. She gets pushed up high, gets away from it, and Hall had her pocket picked. It'll be a foul instead. That'll be on number 8 for the Warriors. Bree Watman, and we'll see a bench clearing here for Ali Gibson. We'll see Amy Patton, Chelsea Schroeder, Stella O'Loughlin, Sky is in, Graham, Eliza, Brianna Watman, and Kaylee Nevin. So, potentially a waving of the white flag. Don't want to call it early, but Ali Gibson has rested all of her starters.
And if that is killing the rack, I mean, we've been talking about it all game. Story of it, great Graham with points.
Georgia Valley travelled. So,
being the experienced player she is, I'm sure she will respond in her next game.
100% has had some outstanding performances this year, multiple 40-point games. So, very rare showing tonight from her. Patton into Rees, mid-range jump shot. Couldn't roll. Schroeder inside. Will stay with the Warriors. Osborne will come in. Courtney Strait will check out. Applause her for her fantastic performance. Sands now dribbled it off her foot. Schroeder managed to pick it up. In the Suns. Ping ball basketball at the moment. Stays the Warriors.
9 on the clock. The ball pressure in the second half from the Bellarine Storm has been exceptional. Chasing hard over Reeds, that was cheeky.
Oh, and Patton.
That was cheeky.
2 easy points for her. Crombie coming the other way, attacking downhill with the contacts. We'll head to the line for 2. Wanted the basket to go. Now they'll be on number 34 for the Warriors. Amy Patton. Her first, and we'll see Georgia Valley check out and Olivia Vert check in. Georgia Valley, you would think, would finish the game with 16 points, 4 rebounds and assists. The best player in the second half for the Storm. Jamie Crombie gets the first one to go. And gets second one to go. O'Loughlin now finds Sands to Patton. They go inside to Reeves, spins, couldn't get to go. O'Loughlin fell in her lap and got the basket to go. That'll be O'Loughlin's.
Perhaps this is the mindset that Pakenham playing with at the moment of working inside. Probably should have come a little earlier. They kind of lived and died by the 3 earlier in this quarter and maybe needed to be a little more patient in breaking it down.
Final 90 seconds of this one. Vert comes away with a steal. Strong. Crombie. Hollywood. Pestered by O'Loughlin. Not backing down. Hollywood to Vert. 10 on the shot clock. Vert being hassled by Schroeder to find something. Not much available. Crombie to Vert. On the shot clock. Bang!
Bang!
Olivia Vert puts the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, whatever you want to call it. Beating the shot clock with the 3, and there'll be a foul down the other end. You'd almost say that, well, that will be game. The foul will be on number 9, Courtney Hollywood. Patton at the line for 2. Makes the first. 33 seconds left on the game clock. The Bellarine Storm State Championship Women's will be heading to the big dance in 2 weeks' time. Vert They play two, just trying to waste the clock. You would think Crombie thought about the three. She'll travel. So, chance for Pakenham. Basket. 16 seconds left on the game clock. As the ball went through Patton's hands, Sands for three. Won't go, and Vert will secure the rebound. As there'll be a late call on the play. There'll be an unsportsmanlike. So potentially a frustrator there from Sky Reese. Armstrong will walk all the way down the other end, shoot her 2 free throws.
Yeah, took the words out of my mouth there. Absolutely a frustration foul.
So Charlotte Armstrong to shoot 2 free throws. In front of what has been a huge crowd here for the Bellarine Storm. She'll make the second. 7.2 seconds left on the game clock. Crombie to inbound. Get it into Vert, up to Hobwood. And Lachlan straight to stand there. And just like that, the Bellarine Storm State Championship Women's will come away with the win, and they will head into the grand final in 2 weeks' time, while the Pakenham Warriors will have to take on the Bulleen Boomers to stamp their ticket into the grand final. Bellarine Storm coming away 73-52 in what was a all-team masterclass trip. I mean, that was just a pure display of Bellarine basketball at its finest.
Yeah, just the pressure and pace too much over the stretch. I think the forwards did a really good job of fighting, although perhaps undersized. After that first quarter, we really didn't see that dominance for the rest of the game.
Such an even spread of scoring for the Bellarine Storm. 6 players in double digits. Courtney Strava leading away, 16 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Courtney Straight, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Olivia Vert, 13, 6 rebounds. And Charlotte Armstrong, 10 points, 15 rebounds. Well, for the Warriors, Eliza Hollingsworth led the way. 15 points, 17 rebounds. Sky Ree's the next best for them with 11 points, 6 rebounds. But as we head to final break, and being time for the grand final, I believe it is being held at a neutral venue this year.
Okay.
So we will have more to come with that. If you are looking for information, make sure you stay tuned to the Bellarine Storm website or Facebook page. More information to come on that. Thank you, David, for joining us, and it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
And again, the Bellarine Storm will be heading to the big dance in 2 weeks' time, defeating the Pakenham Warriors 73 to. It has been Hugh Moore and David Tripodi for this one. Thank you for watching.